Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Words of Wisdom. Welcome in. Welcome into my magic table. I love this sound. So, I've been a little bit in hermit mode today, but I really wanted to come on here and do a little reading for you guys, to catch in with you, because I am feeling quite vulnerable. And I want to be open with you, and in case there's anyone out here, I'm just being called to my rose quartz before my heart chakra. So I'm being called to it because I feel very vulnerable, and the situation that has sort of taken place, and I wanted to share that with you. And I had to work really hard this morning, do a bit of cleansing, do a bit of crying, a little bit of watching just some bit of television program, just to get my mind off things. And I think I got there. I think I've got there now. I feel much better in myself, and I feel strong enough to come and channel and share this with you guys, and see if there is somebody out there that possibly also needs to hear this and maybe get a little bit of guidance in our ways. I think especially after the Christmas festivities, often we do get situations with family that becomes quite strained, or things are said and people get a bit upset about, or their things aren't said and then you're upset that you haven't said something, whatever. Okay, it becomes quite a situation, doesn't it? And it's about speaking your truth, but it's also about standing up for yourself with conviction, with love for you, and knowing that you deserve what you deserve. You deserve to feel nice. You deserve to be treated well. You deserve to be loved. And if you love and you don't get it reciprocated, then it can be a bit tough. It can be really tough. And, it's something that often it stems from inner wounding. It can be from a childhood scenario like me. And basically it takes a little bit of time sometimes when it triggers you. And normally it's going to be triggering you. This is getting very hot actually. So it's obviously I'm on the money. You get very triggered with in your heart space. And the trigger is there to show you how much of the healing you still need to do, or that you are still, yes, going to have, that is going to still be a situation. And I was having such a peaceful, happy Christmas and what have you. And then there was one incident yesterday that literally took it to a different feel. So this morning, of course, I knew I had a chat with my sister. I had a chat about it. I chatted to myself, to my spirit. I did my own reading, especially for me, and spirit were absolutely on point for me. They cheered me up. I went for my walk. I had a beautiful sunshine walk, and I felt much, much better. Came home, ate some chocolate, really just lay and vegged and just look the world outside. And sometimes you just need to do that. That is really, we talk about trying to be positive all the time, but it's just impossible to be like that. And sometimes that shadow will come to visit, and you just need to find your shadow and hug it and accept it and recognize it and find another way to think about it. It's really important, really, really important. So I think that's something that I'm really keen to understand more than anything, and lean into today. And I think if somebody here needs to hear some guidance for this very, very fact, as we make that transition, which is right now, this transformation, this transition, this rebirth, this change in our life, and it is a change, it's a significant change, you really do need to be able to fling open that door and allow for everything to leave that needs to leave, and, you know, walk out with bravery and courage to say, I'm not affected by that in the way that it used to affect me anymore. And see how that goes, you know, see how that feels for you. Okay. And it was interesting then, because then I went to my little calendar to get our message as always, and it says here, December the 27th, true love never dies. And I looked at that and I thought, you know what, that is so true, isn't it? True love never dies. Do you love yourself? Do you truly love yourself? And do you truly love other people? And often we think about unconditional love in that sense. You know, they can hurt you. They can do lots of things to you in the moment, on the day, in that situation. But actually, the forgiveness comes from yourself. You forgive yourself for feeling or leaning into it or allowing it or whatever it might be. Forgive yourself. Go back to the fact that you truly do love yourself. And it says here, without the stormy weather, how can there be a rainbow? So I think maybe we'll be seeing rainbows very soon. You know, the stormy weather, after that storm, after that moment, after that situation, try and find your rainbow. Try and find that light. Try and find that color, you know, in gratitude, in knowing that it was there for your test. And I think I talked about it in a reading a couple of days ago about this sort of the idea of always trying to be positive. Well, positive, it can be a positive in the situation that is really not feeling very good, stormy, you know. And here it was, there was my trigger yesterday, and it was with my family, and there's certain people that just do certain things because they are unhealed. They really do not see any harm in how they behave. They're toxic, karmic people, and you have to accept that they are going to be in your life, and you can choose how you keep them in your life, how you deal with them in your life, and how they affect your life. And I think that's very true. I think that is a very true thing. So there we are. I also was called to get a raise of your vibration vibe today. And I have got my Quantum Oracle cards, and I have got our little Oracle guide deck and the Astro deck, and I have pulled the Witch's Garden Tarot. It's a very seasonal tarot deck, and these are very powerful and very good guidance in these, and I haven't used them for a little while, and I felt very called to bring them out. So I think they're going to have a very good message for us today. But let's raise your vibration. Let's think of a vibe. Let's ask Spirit to give us guidance on a vibe today that is in alignment with our energy, that's going to give us that positive guidance that we need for today. We've got through our Christmas scenario these last couple of days. You might be feeling like me and just very happy to be hermiting on your own at this stage. Maybe you are going through something and you're having to spend that time figuring it out, as we say, you know. But just remember, it's about loving you. And after that stormy weather comes the rainbow. So let's look for our rainbow and our guidance today. Spirit is so kind, honestly. We have got, it's on page 136, which adds up to 10, which is completion, by the way. And we have got vibe number 30, so 3, very powerful number, as we know. Make way for miracles. So are miracles happening in your life? I believe we are all entitled to them. As we've seen, a miracle is a shift in perception. It's changing the way you think. It can be simple as choosing a loving thought over one that's filled with fear. Miracles occur as natural expressions of love. When they don't occur, something has gone wrong. You could be thinking positively and trying to stay focused on love, but at the same time not be able to understand how things could change. Just like me, you can't allow your mind to get in the way of your ability to manifest beautiful miracles in your life. You just have to create the space for them and let the universe do the rest. So it's not about how big a miracle is, but how much room you create for it. So today you are encouraged to make space for the miracles you deserve. If there's a situation you know needs a miracle, take the first steps and then let the universe meet you halfway. For your job is not to perform miracles, just to create the space for them to happen. So instead of trying to do the maths and work out what has to happen next, feed the situation with love, and then hand it over to the universe and the angels of light that dance through the cosmos. Send love to the areas of your life that need a miracle today, and imagine them being held in the hand of your Creator. Trust that the universe is supporting you as you accept the miracles you deserve. Today, I make way for the miracles. I recognize that it's not how big a miracle is that's important, but how much room I make for it. I send love to all the situations in which I need support. I allow myself to feel supported, and miracles occur naturally, and I welcome them with an open heart. So there we have it. Our miracle is that actually this is our guidance. This is just this little moment that's going to change something, that's going to guide us in some way, that's going to significantly help in changing our vibration and recognizing and realizing that, indeed, the love that you have for yourself is a miracle. The love that you have for other people is a miracle, that you indeed are a miracle. So let's trust that. Let's trust in that and ask for our guidance today in our situation. What is our guidance today, please, Spirit? Our guidance today going forward, we're in the weekend, over these next few days, over this period of rest, regeneration, transformation, transition, rebirth. Can we have some guidance, please, Spirit? Can we have some oh, that's interesting. Very interesting. Oh. Okay, right, where we have deception in reverse. Very interesting. So, even though people might be talking about you, might be causing some problems, in a situation like I found myself in yesterday and what have you, it is in reverse. So intuitively, I'm taking on that it's important to recognize that you don't need to take on board this deception. You don't need to believe that it would have any effect whatsoever in your life. Doesn't matter, because it really doesn't. But I will read it for you. We've also got here a commitment, and that is also in reverse, and we have travel in reverse. So perhaps there is something to do with, because of, deception now is in reverse. So I'll read that, but something that may be a commitment is, he's sitting there with a contract, perhaps, and it's sort of very, it's got an orb, it's very bright, it's very, guidance. There's something there, he's very happy about it. Perhaps there's something about this commitment that you're being, because maybe the deception now, you might see that this commitment's not what you wanted, maybe. And there's travel in reverse as well. Something that was moving is no longer moving. Hang on, it's just been flung out of my hand for a reason. It doesn't want to be in reverse. It's now come over into a full-on upright position. So perhaps there's something about movement and status quo. So we will have a little look and we will read and get our idea. But deception, of course, is an event. And it's funny how I said to you that's how I was feeling yesterday with this event. So it's encouraging message of resolution, one that is in your favor. Whatever may have been going on, the hostile energies around you are on the way, and the people involved are changing their attitudes and behaviors or leaving the picture entirely. No matter how you feel about this difficult experience, you will have the upper hand in the resolution. You may even have a sense of vindication as things play out. So that'll be an interesting, in my case, a very interesting scenario. But you take what resonates. Maybe your sense of self-trust through this and any difficult experience, maintain your sense of self-trust through this and any difficult experience. Life may have its ups and downs, but people can be disappointing. Always remember you are the power center of your eternal destiny. So I deserve to be treated with honesty, dignity, and grace. I request that from others and give it to myself. And then we had this contract that is a promise. Now it's in reverse. So it's a release or a breakup, a present love situation, or it could represent a hoped for relationship. So this card could also apply to all sorts of dissolving contracts and commitments. You may be leaving a job or breaking a lease, an offer of a sale of a house. As you shift your resonance, you can shift the timing and resolution of all things. Keep in mind that the emotional quality of your life is up to you. So you can decide whether this promise is broken, if it's going to be sad or if it's going to be a lesson for you. So whatever this deception now clearing, I think it's going to bring clear resolution to you in the sense that you always expected some sort of commitment from those very same people because of a reason. And now that you recognize it and you realize that you're in charge of how you feel about it, it's not as important anymore. You don't need validation from them or whatever it might be. Make a promise to bring joy to yourself. After all, genuine love of self is the beginning of all positive connections and beneficial resolutions. The more you commit to yourself, the more the universe will commit to you. So that's very important. Very important message there. Very good. Thank you, Spirit. And then we've got travel, and it was in reverse and then came out, and it's about moving. So I feel like it's moving. You're moving along from this situation, okay? That has probably been something that's been quite sticky. And maybe this is the first Christmas, like what happened with me, that I've recognized it in a very different way, and I'm not going to allow it to have anything to do with my life in any way. So that's a big part of sort of the travel card, where it says you'll move on. It could literally be you're going to be traveling, you're going to be moving, you're moving away, and maybe this commitment, because somebody's let you down and you've recognized actually that you're deceiving yourself, that this was ever going to be somebody, you needed this to be able to change something in your life. And perhaps that's something that's now you can recognize. No, I'm not deceiving myself anymore. I can do this. It's my turn. It's my time. It's an energetic intention to move into a more joyous and optimistic mindset. Let yourself travel through each day with happiness. And I was looking, as I was talking about when I was introducing the reading, I was looking at today as a good day to be ... happy, loving, and peaceful. And that kept jumping into my eyes, and I was thinking, yeah, it's up to you to decide. Even if you can't get out of town, you can always take a vacation from negativity. So really think about that if this is your situation. And then we've got status quo. Now it is a cycle card, and it's in the upright, and status quo is often not a very good card, because if you leave things as is, not to disturb the status quo, often that can be seen as staying the same. There's no movement, there's no change. However, I think the situation here is, if you decide that this is fine, you're moving, you're going to be doing whatever it needs to now. The status quo is something that maybe is needed for you to be able to move forward, because look here, there's a lovely opening at the end of these houses. And it's an opening into a beautiful, like a sea, you know, there's water, there's emotion. So possibly you could open up another way of dealing with something. There's a value allowing the momentum of your life to continue on its present path. Okay, so obviously you take what resonates with you. Although the outer energy remains steady, don't lose sight of the inner work that can be percolating under the surface. The regularities of this time actually allow you to bring more balance into your thoughts and behaviors. Like I said, you know, that positive thought will actually, even if it feels really stormy, it's really good, because on the other side of that is what is going to count for you, because it's allowing you to bring more balance into your thoughts and behaviors. So it's a time to meditate and read, socialize with like-minded people, but let yourself focus on these activities and make them a priority. If status quo turns up at a time when you are actually going through some significant change, it's telling you to engage in the personal activities that will help you maintain as much inner balance as possible. And I think that is something yesterday I felt, that I'd been on this beautiful, peaceful, balanced bubble, and the first time so happy having this lovely Christmas time, and then, you know, bingo, and it really did unbalance me and made me feel very, very, I felt like I was going backwards. And yes, I wasn't going backwards, because I recognized it straight away and I've dealt with it now. So that's not going backwards, is it? That's moving. That's having that strength to, you know, if that suitcase is packed, it's staying packed. It's not going to harm me in any way. So I feel like that's quite an important message as well. Okay, very good. Thank you for that, Spirit. That was lovely. All right, let's have a little look at our little guidebook cards. I love these little cards, just as our guidance. Deception, money reversed, money, commitment, inner child, yeah, exactly, travel, oh, challenge, oh, okay, and status quo. Let's have a little look. Status quo. No. Yes, success and curiosity. I'm going to take that as well. Thank you. So what we've got here, deception. So no longer letting it affect you. The money card came out. Okay, so there could be something to do with money, which is why this commitment may be really disappointing. Okay, but it's in reverse. And, you know, perhaps there is a lack of money or a situation to do with money, or you might think that that's the case. But it was in reverse, which it kind of makes me feel like you don't need to be focusing so much on that. It's really more to do with this inner child of yours, your healing, the inner child, your guide, your soul. What is your soul wanting you? You need to focus here rather than here. Okay, I'm not saying just, you know, give up everything and run. That's not what I'm saying. Obviously, you are an adult with adult life. But what I am saying is, if this is something that you really wanted and you feel it in your gut, it's often because of your inner child speak. It's letting loose. It's feeling that excitement again. It's doing something very different, and money shouldn't stop it, okay, because it came out in reverse. Okay, so try and focus in on that. Now, it can be a challenge. Okay, that's on the travel card. It can be a challenge. It could be a challenge of, you know, you literally might have to travel somewhere, and that can be a challenge. You've got things you've got to arrange or whatever. Don't give up. Don't give up, because look, can I just bring this to your attention? Look at all these colors of these rain. It's like a rainbow. So remember our vibe, miracle. So I feel like this is going to be challenging, and the best challenging things often can be the miracles, because if you don't do it, you would never have experienced the miracle of it. So I feel like I need to say that to you. And then we've got curiosity and success. And when we think about status quo, all right, the idea of this being something that is familiar, maybe. So, but it's you take it on in a very different way. Okay, maybe look here, there's the arrow. And the arrow is straight and its point is not going up, it's not going down, it's like straight across. It's like almost like it's been shot through the eye of the needle, the bullseye. Can you see what I'm trying to say? So it's a very important card to say, even though it might feel like that, see the color, see the light, see that, be curious enough because success is available. It's successful. It's going to be a strong success. And this is, all these balloons are all flying high. And there's this round circle. I feel like this is your portal. I feel like it's almost like as if you're looking through. And you know when you're going to shoot an arrow or shoot something through, you're aiming. Think of it from that point of view. So, strong belief. Strong belief. Wow, this is beautiful. Okay, our Astro cards. Let's see, for commitment, for the money and deception. Let's see where these cards will fall. We've got one on commitment and inner child. There it is. Ninth house, purpose. Temperance and Wheel of Fortune, North Node, Dharma and Destiny. And finally, thank you very much. That's beautiful. Here we go. So on top of our money and our deception, we've got personal and spiritual growth. The ninth house, purpose. That's why this is. It's your purpose. It's your growth. It's the ninth house. Good, isn't it, Lulu? Lulu's looking at me as if to say, this is really good. Careful. Beliefs, exploration, curiosity, adventure, truth-seeking, wisdom, higher education, publishing, long-distance travels. And we have our travel card. So something is going to take, is going to go the distance. It's a strong temperance and Wheel of Fortune, something that is going to bring you luck. You've got some money that you might actually get to have now that is going to come through for you. Also, it's a Sagittarius. Look, there's the arrow. Now this time the arrow is pointing up. It's shooting off. It's going. Okay, so that is beautiful. And on top of inner child, we have got the moon. Connect with your guides. So again, very strong guidance. Sensitive, empathic, I couldn't say it. Compassionate, dreamy, artistic, imaginative, spiritual. All the stars are aligning. Look here. The moon. And often the moon can be quite hidden. So there might have been something like this commitment that is now in reverse. It could be because something was not quite obvious or not quite seen. And so, it might have been a bit of a surprise to you that somebody could do that or say that or whatever it might be. Okay. But the inner child, remember I talked about connecting with yourself, with your inner self. So connect with your guides and they will tell you where you need to be. I transcend. You're going. And then with challenge and travel, be kind, but don't people please. So there's justice for you. So it could have been a bit of a challenge, but you can change this. Believe in the miracle of it. Believe that it was there as a challenge, but actually see the rainbow, see the colors, see that it's actually going to be a better thing. Believe it. Trust it. Helpful, friendly, social, kind, charming, romantic. Be kind, but don't people please. So it is about yourself, inner self, what you're feeling. Okay, so you can still travel this. You can still keep the movements. You can still go. You don't have to go backwards. You're not going backwards. Like I thought when I was like, oh, no. No, you're still going forward. Justice is for you. You are the truth seeker. You have found what you need to do because the North Node card has come out with success on the status quo. And the North Node is Dharma and destiny. So destiny is calling you. Trust that. Soul's mission, purpose, where you're going, fate, your highest potential. There's your arrow. It is highest potential. High, high, high. Okay, the balloon high. Okay, you are ascending right now. So these little triggers, these little things that come about, they are there for a reason. Okay, they are there for a reason. Okay, right, let us ask then for our beautiful Witch's Tarot, Witch's Garden. Can we have? Okay, for personal and spiritual growth. Oh, well, I'm just going to let the cards speak. Oh, they are speaking. They are speaking. Nine of Pentacles. Wishes. Wishes. Dreams coming true. Success. It's on this side. Anything else, please? Challenge. What's this challenge? Anything else, please? There we go. Anything else, please? No. Right. Beautiful. Right. Let me get my book. Get us ready in case we need it. Okay, so we have got here the Nine of Pentacles. It came out and it sits right here next to the end of the spread. Wishes confirmed, dreams coming true, success. Look, she's very successful. Everything that you're doing, okay, everything's there. So, but we've also got these cards that came out. The Wheel of Fortune. All right, the Wheel of Fortune has come out. The Ten of Pentacles, lots of success again, next to success. And the Page of Wands. Look at the passion, the fire, the change. Those three cards together. Okay, and we had the Wheel of Fortune that came out here in the 9th house. Money, okay, success, growth, spiritual help, okay, and lots of happiness, romance and happiness, lots of love. Because look at this fire card. I'm going to read the Nine of Wands. Sorry, the Page of Wands. For you. Spellcaster. Page of Wands reflects primordial passion in an adventurous soul. Cleverness shines through her passionate gaze. Curiosity is her teacher. So, follow your passion. Trust your instinct. Play with what intrigues you. Good luck abounds because it came out with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, and the Ten of Pentacles. So good luck abounds for you. Right next to the success card. Youthful energy. And then we had over here on top of money, the Chariot. And the 9th house, Wheel of Fortune. Jeez, I've just read my card. So movement. Okay, there is movement. And that was just confirming. Where did we have movement? The travel card. Okay, we've also got the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Two queens. Okay, so we've got queens on the table and both of them are Earth, Pentacles and Cups, emotion. So you're being grounded. It is a challenge, whatever has challenged you, but it's Dharma and destiny. Dharma and destiny is calling. So things are changing for you. Trust in what it is that you're being presented with right now. Our beautiful Queen of Cups is about emotion, and our beautiful Queen of Pentacles is about, she's the cultivator. Oh, bloody hell. Drop that. Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. There she is. Strength. She's soft, sensual, slow, and secure. She's the Queen of Earth. Utilize natural energies and work in tandem with the earth. So stay grounded. Remember, I talked about balance, and we don't want to feel unbalanced. Okay, we want to work in harmony with ourselves. Okay, so keep your balance. Stick with your emotions. Look at this queen. She's got her eyes closed. She's almost like sitting there meditating. It's within. It is within. Okay. So without the stormy weather, how can there be rainbows? You have to stay in your line where you want to be right now. So that is our beautiful reading for today. I hope that you've enjoyed that, because wow, I mean, it is just so significant. And you will take what resonates for you. If you've been in a situation now over this Christmas period, connect with your guides, trust your gut, okay? Connect with yourself. Stay in your lane, your north node. You're facing north. The wheel is turning in your favor. There's justice for whatever this. And it could be really challenging right now. But trust that these raindrops are going to turn into rainbow colors. It's softening. It's not going to be that difficult. Perhaps it's going to, maybe it's something that you recognize that is a kind of a repeat pattern, like with me. And I thought, oh no, I've just, but actually it's done me such a big favor, because this time I feel different. This time I've reacted, I've responded to myself different. I feel absolutely fine. And that is something that I didn't have for a long time. Maybe I would have spent much more time upset or worried, or, overthinking things, or that type of sort of story. And it's very, obvious that this time round, I feel completely different. So you feel how you feel about this, and you'll see that you will perhaps notice that you've grown so much from this. It's a completely different feeling. I'm being told just to get the Cosmic Insight cards, just to see what they are going to say about this on the table right now. Any other? No. Okay. All right, so let's have a little look. We've got here, how funny, and I'm not lying, on top of the commitment card, right, this card on top of it, which is in reverse, by the way, remember, is things are getting serious, is a commitment card. So whatever this commitment was, this broken promise, maybe feeling like a bit of a shattered dream, okay, they'll be back. It might return back round, okay? It could come back to you if it hasn't already happened, okay? But they're going to come back. Expect to hear from them soon. Someone is expecting, so a rebirth. It's a rebirth. It's a restate. It's something else. It's to do with love, of course, but it's love for yourself. It's within you. It's from the womb. It's the inner child. Okay, so you take what resonates. It could be very important for your inner child to feel this again, this situation, whatever it might be, that you can see it differently. And yeah, luck is on your side. Yes, this is a yes card. It is yes. It was on top of Destiny is Calling. It's a yes. It's definitely something that is going to be happening for you. and it's going to be something that is going to help you to grow, to change. It's your soul's mission. It's your highest potential. It's your spiritual growth. Okay, all of that is why this challenge has arisen, and the idea of the sort of outcome of it, it's going to be fortunate. There is 10 of Pentacles here, which is wishes. 9 of Pentacles, which is wishes coming true. 10 of Pentacles is it's there for you. Success, happiness, joy. You know, this situation that was promised, that is completely changed in some way, it's going to be fortuitous for you. It's going to turn out for you. It's your justice. It's your dharma. And you're going to see that difference. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed it. 40 minutes. I don't know where it's gone. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, please give me a like or a subscribe or make a note. I love to hear from you. You have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.